Hey, let's do a silent picture today.
I love sorry. Good morning, Mary. Good morning.
It's supposed to be a silent picture. Stop, Miles. Come on. What are you doing?
What's a silent picture?
Well, you don't talk.
No,
You ever see the movie when the movies first began? They were called silent movies or silent pictures, and you couldn't. It was just music in the background.
Yeah.
You know, and
Just-
they're
Just sitting there.
well, they were doing things, but you didn't know what they were doing. Well, you knew what they were doing because it was closed captions. I think it was closed captions. But anyway, that's what we should do. And then also for the exchange rate,
Yeah.
we say the only way you'll get an exchange rate if you pay me $100. Why not? There's channels that's all they do is eBay, and people fall for their bullshit, and they give them money all the time. There's one channel does it all the time.
Don't be begging.
What? You want me to eBay?
No.
We gotta look really poor.
Don't say that.
We gotta look really poor. That's what we gotta do. You and me needs to gain about 400 pounds, and you start coming in with ailments, medical problems. What are you knocking for?
Jesus.
I think we're early. Yeah, we're always early. I always come on early, make sure there's no problems. Hopefully people hear us. And I try not to watch the monitor off to my right because there's a delay, and it kind of messes you up in the head.
Yeah.
Well, they're burying that guy today, right? Whoever it is, God rest his soul. I'm not being disrespectful, but let's get this over with. They started playing music at 7:30 p.m. last night. p.m.
And at 11.
They did it at 11?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what time it was. I was just laying there saying, please stop.
That is a part of the culture. Maybe now, but before we don't have like that. We don't have like that.
Yeah,
Just
now
playing.
Yeah,
cars
now
and-
they got the music up so
Yeah.
loud, and I just think that's
the old generation before is it.
they didn't do all. They weren't as loud as they are now, are they? Were they? With anything, everywhere you go, the music's blaring, and it sounds like crap because the speakers are probably cracked.
Yeah.
And then, no, this ain't a bit session. I'm just one of the things you acknowledge. How about that one time we went into the market? This music was blaring, right? And I was like, where is that music coming from? And we found it, and the lady was sitting right in front of the speakers that was putting out all this music, right in front of it. It's like that woman's hearing is shot. Her back was towards it, but the speaker was right behind her.
We cannot hear that before. If someone will play music when there is the person that is still there, they will stop you to play the music.
Okay, so how did this come about?
I don't know.
You don't know where they feel that
Because when I left Philippines, I went abroad, still the old tradition is still there. When I come back, there are music everywhere.
loud, and sometimes it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
It's just so loud. It just sounds like crap.
And after the burial, they come back home and then playing video okay.
Well, I don't have a problem with music, but if it's being played at respectful hours, okay, and not starting at 7:30 at night. It's just,
That might be that is the new tradition.
and no, I'm not a grouch or anything like that. I like all like 70s, Jimi Hendrix, the Who, groups like that. And they play some music like that. But, and I listen, I dabble a little bit into country, not a lot of it, but a little bit into country. And believe it or not, I have listened to rap. I like all kinds of music. And if you actually sit down and listen to rap, they're just telling you a story. I'm not talking about, what do they call it? I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't know what you would call it, ghetto rap or gangbang rap or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to listen about how you're going to go and be intimate with your mother. Okay, I don't care about that. But a lot of them are telling a story. Like Snoop Dogg. I mean, a lot of people don't listen to his music, okay, but a lot of people know who he is. He's a businessman. He networked himself into different areas. Willie Nelson, people like that. So you gotta respect. But like I said, man, starting music at 7:30 at night, blaring, makes no sense. Makes no sense. Yes, I know, because I'll hear this. Well, then leave. And you hear that a lot. When you say something about something, they say, "Well, you can leave." Is that all you got? It's just crazy, man.
Yeah, John, good morning.
No, okay. I was going to say no. Hey, John. Hey, John. Hey, John. What's your opinion on the blaring music, like at like 8, 9 o'clock at night, man? I get it. It's still country to do what they want, man. But not everybody wants to hear somebody blaring music at 8, 9 o'clock at night. I'm sorry. I like music, and I'm pretty sure John does. But give it a rest. Yeah, we had it last night, man. They didn't start it until 7:30 at night with loud music. And now Miles told me after the person they buried the person, they'll probably come back and do karaoke. And I was like,
It's okay. It's daytime.
but they don't know. But you know well as I do. I love the Philippines. Don't get me wrong, okay? Yeah, John, I got my ears lowered. I can't. It just. I got that, John. I got that kind of hair that doesn't grow down; it grows out. You know what I mean? So when I start having a hard time controlling it, it's like, oh, it's time. You know what I mean? It's time to get it cut. So that's why I do that. That's why I get cut like every 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah,
3 weeks, maybe.
and it has nothing to do with me being in the military. It's a lot easier to deal with like this, and it's hot because I wash my hair every day. He just hey, see, John adjusted. That's what he did. He adjusted.
Yeah.
Like I said, I understand. I like music, man, but not no 10, 11 o'clock at night. Blaring, blaring. You know, it just gets. What the hell just happened? But yeah, not blaring, man. And you want to listen to it, knock yourself out. But I don't think the people in the next barangay want. That's I mean, I have the utmost respect for the Philippine culture. I do. I mean, and I can't speak for any country but the West, but the United States. When you die, man, there's such a hurry to bury you in the ground. You get one day of a viewing. The next day, they're putting you in the earth. And I know one funeral, it was just they didn't even have a viewing. They just that day, when everything was ready to go, they had the church service and they buried them. It was like,
Hey, Peter. Good
hey,
morning.
Mr. Peter, how's life in Australia? You would love if you ever went to Australia. You'd like it. Australia is beautiful.
Yeah,
What?
My niece said is lack of opportunity to find a job in there.
It's hard to find a job. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't go.
My sister-in-law says you if you want to have a job, you go to the fruit farms and
Like I said, I've been to Australia, but only, and John and Peter will probably tell you the only place I've been to because it was what it was in Sydney. And I wish I had the opportunities to go somewhere else, you know. And even Australians told me Sydney's not, it is Australia, but it's not the true Australia. It says go travel somewhere, you know. But we didn't have the time. Oh, that's great to hear that, Peter. Life is fantastic in Australia. People are really good there. I noticed that. They're really good people. Sometimes you all talk weird, but that's all right. Especially when they say the C word, the C with the N with the T. You're like, what? What do you call them? But it's just the language, and it's just, I'll tell you later. Ask me later, because I'll probably forget. You know, you're like, what?
Iglesia ni Cristo Church.
You know, John, the roosters don't bother me. The dogs don't bother me anymore. I mean, at first I was like, oh man, how am I going to get to sleep? You just get used to it, you know? You just get used to it. It doesn't bother you. But like I said, when somebody kicks on tunes at 7:30 at night at DEFCON 5, you're like, what? Come on, man. Yeah, man. That's I know you see, yeah. That's what I used to do when I had it in the States, just put a little barbecue sauce. But it was good. Did you like it?
Yeah,
She put mustard on it. What's wrong with her?
it's good. Tastes good.
Each his own. It's your sandwich. You're gonna eat it. You know? I'm not, that's but like I
Yeah.
told you, you say, well, am I gonna like it? I was like, I don't know. I would have just took a little piece of the pulled pork and put a little bit of mustard on it and taste it.
No, that's fine. I'm fine.
You liked it?
Yeah, the barbecue sauce we should have the sweet baby rays.
We don't have it. So.
Good.
They should sell it here. They should
Yeah.
sell at the Yellow House. I think
No,
I'm
they
gonna
don't
petition.
have.
I'm gonna
Oh,
petition.
maybe in the big supermarket.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. In other words, you're saying you want to take a log, not a log, but a
San Nicolas.
St. Nicholas trip to the
Yeah.
Seymour. Seymour is not cheaper. I don't care what anybody says.
No, that's only the
just
name.
The name Seymour. It's not cheaper.
Maybe some of the stuff.
Seymour's a big grocery. No, it's not big. It's a grocery chain here in the Philippines. I mean, they got all that stuff in there, but it's not cheaper. Seymour what? But it's there for a need. Hey, Calzone, how you doing, man?
Good morning.
How you doing? Yeah, she put mustard on it. She said it wasn't that bad. Hey,
The taste is good, Anthony.
It's Anthony.
I finished 2 buns.
Yeah, she ate 2 buns. We still got a lot left.
Yeah.
You gonna freeze some of it before
Yeah.
it's going before it goes bad.
Mhm.
And we also, Anthony, what are them the new thing now with turkeys where you cut out the backbone and you smash the turkey down? We talked to our poultry guy, call us to see if he can get us a turkey. Now it ain't gonna be like you can get. All right, these things are like I don't know, overgrown chickens. They're not as big as you can get. I think
Bigger than the chicken.
Oh yeah, by what? Well, they say what's the average weight of a turkey here? Like 2 kilos or 4 kilos or something like that?
3 to 4 kilos.
Yeah, the average weight of a turkey here is 3 to 4 kilos.
But the
6
one
pounds.
we bought before is almost 6.
Almost 6.
Yeah, that is rooster. What's that? I male
Oh yeah, man. I got plenty. I got plenty. We got a whole damn thing full of it. Yeah, we got a whole thing of it. And I was like, I said, Miles, we got to freeze this.
2 kilos, Mary.
Yeah. The funny thing is it was a whopping piece of meat. When it was done, it was like shrunk. And I was like, oh, man, what happened? Probably the fat. Yeah, you're true, right? That. I mean, you can choose where you want to live. You want to live in the city. I mean, I could live either or, but I like it here in Banana. I like it here. I know everybody here, not by name, but by face. So no, it's a good town. It is. It's a great town. I think it is. What, the smashed turkey? There's a name for it, but I'm just calling it smashed turkey. I'm gonna try it. My son-in-law Brandon, he swears by it. He swears by Brandon. Yeah, he said, "Man, you gotta try it." Me and my son-in-law Brandon, we get along very, very well. And we're kind of like on the same page as far as our way of thinking. Yeah, we get along very well. Never physically met him, but I've talked to him on via messenger. He's he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Good morning, McLovin.
Hey, McLeod, yeah, we made some pulled pork, man. Oh, you probably watched the video. Yeah, and we're gonna make smashed turkey. Like I said, I don't know the real name for it, but I call it smashed turkey, where you cut out the backbone. We're gonna try that. Hopefully, he said maybe Friday, right?
Maybe.
Maybe Friday he'll have a turkey for us. And he asked me if I want a male or female turkey. I was like, I don't want no male turkey. I want a female. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Was that what's okay? Last turkey we got, was that a male or female?
Male.
That's why the meat on that turkey was tough. You know what I mean? It wasn't tender. Matter of fact, I was really disappointed, weren't you?
Yep.
It was like they don't they eat roosters over here, man. They don't and it's not a bad thing. That's what they like. That's what they like.
You can actually differentiate the taste of male
Yeah,
and
the meat's
female.
tougher. Like a rooster, I was told by a farmer, you use rooster meat, you use a rooster for like stews.
Mm.
You know, when something is cooking for a period of time to break down he says you don't want to put it in the oven and use it like a regular piece of chicken. He says you don't. And then I found out why they had turkey, man. I was really disappointed. I was really, really disappointed.
Hey, DC.
Hey, DC, how's life in Baltimore?
Good morning.
Is it warmed up any there? Man, okay, buddy, stop talking about Dell. Stop. He's here.
Hello.
Hey, Dell, how you doing, man?
Hello, Florence and Darren.
Yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Did it get really cold there where you're at in Texas? Yeah, I heard. Yeah, what was I watching? And they said some parts of Australia, nobody has ever been there. Now, how about the indigenous people? Indigenous people, the the, the original Australians or whatever you want to call it. Did they live up in those areas that nobody's been there? Well, how would anybody know if nobody's ever been there? You know, nobody knows. I'll try it, man. Yeah, but
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what that's
ketchup, vinegar, and brown sugar.
what you need to warm it.
Warm it up so it all.
kind of like you don't eat fresh. I mean, just you know what I mean. You need to
Calvin,
make
I don't
it.
know about you, but here in the Philippines, you learn to adapt. You know what I mean? You learn to adapt it. It tastes okay. Okay, I'll eat that. You know? Yeah, there you go, DC.
Spot
Spat.
spots.
Spat cock. Yeah, my son-in-law Brandon, man, he's all that's like he makes it not all the time. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But he said, no, you don't go out and buy one of those 25 pound turkeys. You get a reasonable size one so you can eat it like a regular meal. He said it's really good. It's really good. I'm trying to figure out what's the taste difference between that and cooking a turkey regular. You know? Is it cooks more even? Cooks a lot faster.
Mm.
But what's the flavor difference? You know what I mean?
What the turkey where you cook in the oven?
Yeah, yeah. Cook it in there. You can cook it on a barbecue grill too. Oh, Mr. Thomas, what do you think that on the barbecue grill with that spots cock?
What if we wrap it first of aluminum foil
You rub it with aluminum foil. You mean you wrap it in?
before?
I don't know.
Yeah, and then when it's already cooked, you remove open it, and then continue cooking to make
Yeah,
the
but then if you do that, you might overcook it. You know what I mean?
it's just calculate the time.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, Anthony, yeah, it's quite a bit, man. It's quite a bit. And I ain't complaining. Like I said, Miles said she's going to freeze some of it, which is a good idea. You know, even though it's good, you don't want to eat it
Like
every
I
day.
said, I can use that for frying vegetables, frying noodles.
Yeah, you can mix it in with it.
Yeah, fry it.
Yeah, that's an idea. Yeah, you split the turkey.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you butterfly it
Remove the
basically,
backbone and
and you
butterfly.
press it down. She hates mustard. Mustard's not a thing here, Calzone. It's not. You think it is? Not everybody uses
Not
mustard.
everybody use it, but some can you notice that some of the restaurants here is they are using also mustard.
I don't know. I don't pay attention. I'm gonna be honest. I don't pay attention. The big thing here is banana ketchup.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around that. So a lot of people like it, and that's fine. I can't wrap my head around banana ketchup. Oh yeah. Well, that's a requirement, isn't it? In Texas, man, you gotta have a barbecue at least once a week. Texans make good barbecues. They go all out on their barbecues. They do. Upside down, yeah. My uncle used to make his when he cooked his turkey for like Thanksgiving. He put it in on low heat. Well, I don't know what the temp was, beyond it's been years. And his turkey every year was so good. People used to chip in. So to buy the, when they had a family dinner, everybody chipped in. He'd go out and buy the turkey, whatever. Usually a big turkey, and he would cook. I don't know what he did, but he slow cooked it though. It was good. He did that for Christmas dinner, and Thanksgiving. Sloppy joes.
Sloppy Joe.
You like sloppy joes?
I don't know what is that.
It's hamburger with uh, it's hard. It's on a sandwich. It's hamburger and some sauce with different, like onions and if you make homemade sloppy joes, everybody has their own recipe for it. It's good, but you get the what do they call them? Manwich, the sloppy joes in a can. They're all right. Nothing beats.
Cheap return flights to Asia, 19,000.
19,000 ain't bad. Is that round trip? Oh,
Yeah, return.
yeah. Okay, you said right. Well, I don't know. It doesn't say. Is that John? Is that round trip? Miles, you have family in Australia, don't you? Where at?
Herald. They are in Melbourne, I think.
Melbourne, Australia.
Or Victoria, is it?
And he went there for school, didn't he? Well, his mom lives in Australia, right?
Mm.
His mom is married, well, was, but he passed away, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, good guy, man. Her husband, they live in Australia, and then her son went over there for schooling, right?
For the first time, he studied the business administration. Then he finished and then returned back to Philippines, and for some reason get the permanent visa.
Oh, to go back there?
Yeah, already
Now,
they are
is he there now?
both
Oh,
of the wife and him already there, and the sister in and out Australia also.
Yeah, you gotta adapt here, man. They don't have all this.
Yeah, Mang Tomas sauce is good also.
Is it?
Good for lechon kawali calcium.
You gotta slow down.
Lechon kawali.
Lechon Kawali.
Yeah. Pork.
Cornish hens. I don't think Anthony, I don't think you have Cornish hens here, do you? See, they don't have them here.
What is that?
A pigeon? No, it's not. I know it's
Pigeon?
not. No. It's in the poultry family.
Yes, we have.
You just said, what is that? And then
You said I don't know Cornish.
okay,
hen.
you got your turkey, you got your chickens,
Yeah.
you got your Danish corn hen,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Mm.
They eat.
Yeah.
And they got other
I
birds,
eat
but you're not gonna.
also, but be careful. Don't eat if you have high blood. If you have high blood, don't eat it.
Dad, you'll be fine, man. You'll
Good
be
morning,
fine.
Dad.
Yeah, it is kind of like because, and people just tell me I'm full of crap. Visiting and living is two different things.
Yeah.
Two different things. Because when you visit for a couple of weeks, all right? Everybody puts on the show, all right? But when you come and live there, you start seeing things for what they are.
Yeah, just
You'll like it or you won't like it. Depends on you until it depends on what's going on around you.
content.
But so your partner's. I have found out your partner's got to be that wall between you and other people. Okay,
Yeah.
they got to be that wall. They got to protect you. And yeah, I know you're a grown man. Okay, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. But they got to be that wall there. In other words, when things start getting crazy or start getting stupid, or she's got to be there
What
for you.
place that? Davao.
Who? Oh, Dodge.
Mm.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I think he said the vow.
Yeah. Hey, Tita Marie, good morning.
Hey, Tita, how you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're having
Good morning.
a wonderful day and evening.
Good morning and wonderful day in Thailand. They are still in Thailand.
Better memory than I do.
Yes, they are still in Thailand.
You're around and yeah. He's talking about barbecue, I believe. Yeah, deep fried. You ever have deep fried turkey? I have had it, but we went over to this guy's house. Right, he was a newly single parent. Okay, and he wanted everybody over, which was fine. And he tried that. Anthony, he deep fried this turkey.
Is it?
It's like how you deep fry chicken.
Yeah.
Same principle.
Is not the meat
The meat's fine.
become
No, no. The only problem is Anthony. I don't know. Either the oil was too hot or too long. I don't know. I'm not a deep fry expert, but the meat was dark. You know what I mean? And then I'm looking at it, and I was like, and everybody's looking at it. And I was like, hey man, just eat, just don't be a jerk. Just eat it.
Mhm.
But it wasn't that good. He was a good guy, man, but this just wasn't that good. That's probably good. Smoked turkey. Like I said, ours wasn't. It's because I didn't know it. It was a male turkey, and we smoked it, and I was disappointed.
And we smoke full,
Huh?
full, full. We don't split it.
No, we didn't split it up. We had it whole, but I didn't know it was a male turkey. You know, it wasn't that good.
Mhm.
It was tough. Got to blind it, yeah. Everybody, they see. I think everybody has their own, for the most part, everybody has their own way of doing it. You know, I tasted some turkeys. You look at it like, "Oh, I don't know about this," but when you eat it, you're like, this is good. Like there's one guy who he cut the turkey up and little piece, not little, but
Into
the pieces,
Mhm.
and then he cooked it in this cream sauce. And it was, oh my God, that was so good. Like a cream sauce. It was so good. And that was another slow cooked thing. But it was so good. And I was like, I don't remember. I said, I never had anything like this before. And he goes, what are you talking about? I said, what's this cream stuff? He says, that's what I cook it in. I was like, really? Hey, I'm more than willing to try different things. Yeah. Now, John, do they hate the normal? I'm not gonna say. I don't know if I should say your regular person that's not part of the little tribe or whatever we want to call it. Do they like dislike them, or they just get along? See,
Yes.
I was telling Miles today, like the Cherokee Indians, the Native Americans of the United States, they're smart as hell, man. They're smart people. And they're making money hand over fist. They're making a lot of money with the reservations, the casinos, and stuff like that. They're not hurting. And the thing about it, it's all tribal related. In other words, it's not when they have a casino, the money's dispersed throughout the tribe, to the people.
Mang Tomas. Mang Tomas sauce.
Yeah, peanut oil, that's what they recommend, peanut oil. But what do you do with the people that are allergic to peanuts, Mr. Anthony? What do you do with that about that? There's a lot more people.
High cholesterol. Peanut oil.
No, no, there's people have peanut allergies, and I heard that's one of the most vicious allergies to have because it really messes that in seafood, closes the throats up and everything else like that. Yeah, he probably did, but I felt sorry for the guy. He was down, and He was a single parent now. And his kids, man, his kids were awful. They were playing it for everything it was worth. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, the way you're supposed to do it is you put the turkey, you got your pot, okay? You put the turkey in there, you fill it up with water to a safe limit, and then you know how much, and then you take the turkey out and you see the level, the water level, and then you take the water out, dry it out, and then you put the oil to that level. A lot of people don't do that. That's how I've been told how to do it. Now, somebody else might have a better technique, but that's how I've been told. But people don't do that, man. They fill up that oil up there and they drop the turkey in there with a whole bunch of crazy things happen. Wild turkey. How's it taste with wild turkey? How's it taste with it? Does it have that gamey taste or not? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how the Native Americans are in the States. Some of them they got more important things to worry about than what the white man is doing. They live their own lives.
Even here, it's like that.
What do you call them here?
Indigenous, those
Slow down.
those people living in the mountain,
What are they called?
Aita or Negritos.
Nikitos?
Mm-hmm.
Is that? Yeah, they're the ones with the curly hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see them, man. The people, the true. Somebody told me that, and it bothers some Filipinos when you say this. The true Filipino. In other words, the bloodline is nothing but Filipinos, not Spanish or anything in them.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see when you see them, you'll know because they got curly hair and their skins are darker, and it's like an ashy dark. You know what I mean?
But most of them are already converted to Christian.
Or Christianity. What were the original religion?
They don't have.
They don't have one.
And they are already studying, going to school already.
Yeah. The government don't mess with them too much,
No.
do they? No, that's what I kind of figured.
They instead they helping them.
Helping them because they know they're the true Filipinos.
Yeah, they are.
There is no blood thinning in their heritage. But you really won't see them that much in public, except for when we were in Vegan. We seen that. Remember I said there's, and you can tell, like I said, they got curly hair. Now, I'm not talking about look. Matter of fact, don't take this the wrong way. A lot of them had that like an Afro style hair. You know what I mean? It's like a real tight curl.
I don't know why here in Ilocos I don't know if I
haven't seen any of them.
No, in Lasam you can see them selling vegetable in the market.
Really?
Yes.
And what language do they speak?
Like
It's not Tagalog. It's not.
Ibanak, something like that.
Yeah, they have tribes, and I don't know if this is true. Okay, somebody told me some of them speak a language that nobody knows. It's kind of like, what the hell are they saying? Because it's kind of like a tribal language.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's Philippines got a lot of history here. Some of it good, some of it bad.
Hi, John.
Hey John, how you doing, man? Glad to see you. We'll call him Pooh Bear. That's Mucky's nickname. I'll call him Pooh Bear or Booty Butt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, turkey's like a special occasion thing,
Yeah.
Turkey's good though. Turkey is good. Hey, Anthony, I'll eat it, but it's not like the top of my list, the turkey leg. I have an uncle, man. If he doesn't get a turkey leg, he's like a 5-year-old child. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And if there's a turkey leg left over, because they only got two, of course, he takes it home with him. The turkey leg. He loves turkey leg.
Eta. Yes.
Eta? Is
Yeah.
that what yeah.
Eta.
No.
No, they are all over
They're all over. But the more they Anthony, they hang out in the mountains a lot.
mountains.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're very they keep to themselves, you know, as far as their own tribes. That's what they are, they're tribes,
Mhm.
you know. And a lot of them, from my understanding, a lot of them live off the land. You know, everything they eat, like your average Filipino, mostly now. I don't know. I've been told that your average Filipino is becoming very westernized, as far as why grow it when I can go to the market? You know what I mean? You know that attitude.
In Lasam, when I'm still in Lasam before, is they come and then I think you will the vegetable barter. I give them rice and then they give me the vegetable.
Oh, so they do the barter system, the trade system.
Yes.
Now, how about the people that roam around here going,
No.
okay, what are they? I know you told me a lot of them are Muslims,
They
right?
are badjaws.
Patjals, yeah. Now, they live in the mountains too, right?
No.
No. The Patjals, they remind me of the Philippine version of a gypsy. I've been over Europe and to different parts of Europe, and if you ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. The gypsies, how they dress, they wear very bright clothes. That's how they are. The Patjals are here. They wear very bright. Somebody calling you?
Yeah. Grace. I don't know.
All right.
What? Excuse
Miles has
me.
to talk to Grace. She'll be back. Yeah, but what was I saying? Yeah, they remind me of the Philippine version of the Philippine version of of gypsy, and you'll see it. If you ever come in, you see them, you'd be like, yeah, they wear very bright clothes. Yeah, I don't think anything's wrong. I never talked to them, okay, because they probably would have had no idea what I'm saying. No, they're not educated, because let me tell you what, if I had to put myself in the environment they're in and the things that they're doing, I would look like an idiot. What? What's up?
She wants me to go with her to give back the money to the auntie.
Oh, let's not talk about that. You know, so I'm not saying they're how would you want to say this? Mountain smart?
What?
I was talking about
Yeah,
they're not stupid. But like I said,
they're-
if they took me and they put me in their environment, I would be an idiot. You know what I mean?
you're right, John. Many people in a community wants to help them or
Yeah.
support them. That's why a lot of Aita now are going to school.
Going to school now.
Because they allow them to be a part of the community already, not just staying in the mountain, living in the mountain.
Yeah, but when you see one, you'll know. Like I said, their curls are really tight, like an afro.
Oh,
Okay,
they are
not
more
being this. That's the only way I can describe it. And but their skin is like
dark.
for the African American. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you know, you got to moisturize your skin because it gets ashy. If you know what if you know what I'm talking about, ashy looking. That's what their skin looks like. It looks ashy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like them most than the budget.
Bachas are in your face and always want something. But I did see one of those girls, at the right when we were big in. She had her hair was curly, but it was long, and you could tell she either moisturized her skin, but she was a very dark color. You know.
Yeah. They are not
Beautiful
begging.
girl,
No.
beautiful.
I thought they're not begging.
No, they don't beg.
They
no.
bring
They
they
do not
bring
know.
something and barter some
They don't beg.
rice
That's
or what
they do. Yeah.
money they want. They will sell.
Yeah, money means. I don't think money means anything to them. You know what I mean?
You can
Until
you
they
can,
come down to popular,
yeah,
popular
you
area.
can give
But up in the
them.
mountains, I don't think money means anything. to
No,
them.
they need money when they come down.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't think it's. I mean, it's not like a card. Rather, hey, I got some rice, but I need green beans or this or sugar. They rather trade off than use money currency. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the same thing with Native Americans in the States, John.
Mhm.
They're very much with one. What are I had a friend of mine was in the military. He was Cherokee. The what with at one with the earth. You know what I mean? He wants to know where they're mostly at. The indigenous people
They're living in a mountain.
in the
The
mountains.
mountain.
Well, okay. In what area are they more prominent to be? What mountains? I mean, there's mountains all over the Philippines.
No, they have their own place, something like that.
But you say that you don't see many, like you don't see many
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You do, but you don't see it. You see a few, okay?
In Lasam, they have.
And Lassam, okay, what region is Lassam? Region 3,
Region 2,
region 2, and what's the province called?
Cagayan.
Cagayan. I can't Cagayan. But I guess Anthony don't like all over, you know what I
I
mean?
like them most, rather.
I have no problems with them. Why would I have a
Yeah, I like them most. I gave them also my used clothes before.
Well, yes, I mean you give them.
Yeah.
They're not beggars, okay? They don't go around expecting. They don't feel entitled.
They,
Not like the Badaws that feel they're entitled to whatever you have. Okay, and I'm sorry if some of you disagree. That's fine.
I
But
don't,
they are the what are they Badaws?
but
They're the biggest pain in the asses you ever meet. They
I
don't.
don't
They
care
don't.
helping them because
A lot of
if
people won't.
imagine how they live during the typhoon, the rainy seasons. Imagine how they
You're
live
talking
in
about the
the
mountain people.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the mountain people are self-sufficient. But
Mm.
the Badaws, man, I'm serious. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be hateful. I'm not trying to be a big or anything like that. But they are a pain in the butt. Okay, when the last bad typhoon we had come through here, they put them in our gym. Okay, and when the storm was over and done with, the town had to force them out of the gym because they would not want to leave, and they were like this the whole time. They wanted gimme, gimme, gimme. It was like enough, enough. Remember that guy was complaining about them?
Mhm.
He says they're just and if you put something down on the table and you walk away from it, you come back, it's gone. So I don't know. A lot of people don't like. A lot of Filipinos do not like the bad dog. They say just walk away from them. Don't interact with them. Walk away. They're the gypsies of the Philippines.
Wild turkey.
Huh?
He said wild turkey is definitely as a game station.
Yeah, marinated. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, I used to get vintage. What was the name of the marinade? It's out of Buffalo, New York. It's this marinade. It's primarily for chicken, like barbecue chicken. But I used to buy steak, and I'm thinking civettas, but I might be wrong. Civettas marinating, and I used to let it sit in that for like 2, 3 days, and that steak was so good. Tenderizer, yeah, everything's good when you marinate it. You can take the time to marinate. Yeah, they all speak their own. A lot of it, I've been told by other Filipinos they have their own tribal dialect, and they don't know any other language but that tribal dialect.
But
Which
mostly when they talk, I can talk to their
you
language.
can, huh?
I can talk to their language.
Okay, how can you talk to their language?
They speak in Ibanag, which is the Ibanag is most likely you can hear that in Cagayan.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I just thought they talked funny.
I know.
They talk real fast.
I can speak. I can speak to their language.
You're talking about the bak chows? Well, that's what they're like.
Bajau.
Bak chow. Yeah. What's the other one?
Bajau.
No, this right here.
No. Blast.
That's not them.
Yeah. Head of blast. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like Anthony, a lot of people don't like them, man. A lot of Filipinos will tell you, ignore them, avoid them, and stay away from them.
You know, though, in you watch the top of the bloggers, foreigner foreign bloggers that they are walking near the seashore with the houses and is uh, underwater, I above water.
Uh-huh.
Those are Bajau.
The one, yeah. Yeah, oh, John is exactly what I'm talking about. The
Yeah.
ones where you look at the girl and she looks no older than 10, 11 years old and she's carrying around a baby.
Yeah.
And they'll walk up to you and they'll grab the hand of the baby and rub it on your arm. And you're like, don't touch me. Don't, stop, stop. You know, and they'll try to set, John, they'll try to set you up. Okay. Once, where were we?
In the
Miles went,
market. In the market.
no. It was at one of the shops. Miles went in the shop. I said, I'm just going to stay. It just seemed tight inside the shop. And I said, Miles, I'll wait out here. Well, one of them was sitting down and she started talking to me in her language. I had no idea what she said. And she made a motion at me and then pointed to a certain body part of mine. And I was like, oh, hell no. No. You know what I mean? So, but I was thinking this girl's trying to, after part was like she was trying to set me up. You know what I mean? It's just you got to watch yourself in the Philippines. On the average Philippine people are great people there. All right. Now you got your ones that are just like any other country. You got your criminal people here, okay, and then you got your people who that is their way of life. You know the things that they do. You just gotta watch yourself. Thanks, Calzone. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
exact. Just like the tribes in the rainforest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I actually, John, I feel that if the world ever went sideways and things went really bad, I think your average Filipino will be fine. You know, because they don't, for the most part, they don't, with the exception for the people who live in the cities, of course, they don't depend on anybody. They depend on themselves or they depend on each other. You know, for their daily needs.
Mhm.
Oh, they are. Well, actually, the average John, the religion is. Tell me what the religion. The Bacha people. What's your religion?
I don't.
You told me.
Muslim.
That's what you told me.
Most of
Because I asked.
most of them are Muslims.
Most of them people are Muslims. I'm not saying the mountain people. I'm talking about the Philippine gypsies.
Mhm.
Which it doesn't mean anything. I'm just that's what she told me. I asked her and she said, "Oh, the Muslims." I was like, oh.
Ooh,
What?
yummy. Ooh,
Mary cooking again?
yes, yummy, Mary. Can I have some? Mm.
Yeah, Salisbury steak.
Yeah.
You know what else is good, Mary? Salisbury steak. Potatoes are great
Yeah.
with French fries and some corn and gravy over everything. That's a northeastern thing where you put gravy over everything. That is good. Oh, you got plenty? All right.
Oh,
Everybody, let's go to Mara's house.
yummy.
Yeah, so you just, I mean, it's, when you come to the Philippines, you just come in the right mindset. You know, you're not going to feed the world. You're not going to solve anybody's problems. And you just worry about you and your partner. And if you got kids, you worry about the kids. Everybody else is just,
A nice match. The mashed potato, carrot, and
but you're not a big mashed potato eater.
tomato. I like it. It depends
But
what I like it. It depends what are you going to match with the mashed potato. Steak is the best.
well, it's not steak, but you know what's also better? Meatloaf. Meatloaf with mashed potatoes and corn on the cob.
I'm not a big fan of meatloaf.
Why? Why?
I'm not a
And a
big.
meatloaf sandwich afterwards,
Mm,
like the next day.
mm, mm.
Why don't you? You're not a big fan of meatloaf? No, I love meatloaf. I don't know why, but I just like meatloaf. It's good. I think it's good.
With cherry tomato. Oh, yummy.
Yeah. French fries with gravy. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I used to tell them all the time. And like, say I was in Arkansas or something like that, and I get like I'll be at a truck stop and I'll get the meatloaf or whatever, and I'll say, "Can I have that with French fries?" And I said, "Do me a favor." I said, "I want gravy on everything." They said, "Oh, you must be from the Northeast." I was like, "Oh, I love gravy, especially brown gravy." Blue plate, yeah, the blue plate special.
Mm, yes.
There used to be a restaurant in Philadelphia. It was called the Penrose Diner. That place it was a greasy spoon, and they had awesome food there. And that was one of the things I loved getting there was the meatloaf with French fries and corn. Just and they also come out with a bowl with extra gravy. Exactly, man. You got that. I've learned real fast that my priorities is Miles and then myself. You know, I'm not here to boost economic for every household in the Philippines. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. You
Many,
know.
many foreigners doing like that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they come here and they yeah, it tugs at your heartstrings. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. When you see things, especially what bothers me is kids. Okay, because they have no control what's going on around them or what their situation in life is. But sometimes you just say, I can't do anything for them, you know, because never mind. I don't want to go that deep into it, but no, I got other things. But I've learned here some people just keep on doing the same stupid things over and over and over again, expecting a different result. That's insanity, man. I don't care what anybody. That's just pure insanity. So there's only so much you can do. I mean, there's plenty of times if I go to the store, and I've done it a lot, and I'll be walking home, and there's a couple kids here that I like. You know what I mean? And if I got change in my pocket, I'll take the change out and I'll give it to them. You know? No, it ain't 1,000 pesos. It's like maybe 30, 40 pesos in change. I'll give it to them. And they're grateful for it. But I will not give money to an elder. I will not give money to an elder. Is it wrong? I just feel that way. I will not give money to an elder. You know, like I said, a child has no control of what's going on. They're children. An elder makes the same mistakes over and over and over and over again, and they expect a different result.
Yeah, that's the way they are when they are staying in front right in front of the door and open the door for you.
Yeah, then they want to
They
tip.
want
They
something.
want to tip. Now, I'm gonna be honest, if it's a kid doing it, I'll give them a couple pages. Like, though it's not like 100 pages, I give them like 1 or 2, 3 pages here, and an older person, I'll do it. But if it's a kid, you ain't getting nothing from me. No, no. Especially when they look like they're strung out. You know what I mean? No, you ain't getting nothing from me. Jersey, yes, Jersey. You from? Hey, John, you from Jersey? What exit?
New Jersey.
Jersey. You from Jersey? I'm from Jersey. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, there used to be the Penrose Diner, and then there was a diner called Midday Diner. It was owned by Greeks. That food was awesome. That food was awesome. And if they know you and know that you're a frequent flyer, I call them frequent flyers, that you regularly come to that restaurant, they give you good portion size. They give you a great portion. And if you give the waitress tips, good tips, regularly give them good tips, they remember that and they take care of you when you're there. That's one thing I do miss, John, about the States is like the mom and pop greasy spoon restaurants. I miss that. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the name of the diner. One time it was owned by, I think, Italians. The father passed away, and the kids ran it down to the ground. Surprise, right? Not because they're Italians, but everybody knows the story. That the parent works hard and builds a good business. They hands it over to the kids, and they destroy it. But anyway, and then there was I don't know what his nationality was. His name was Rich. I don't know what his nationality was. He had it for quite a while, but then he came down with cancer, and well, everybody knows cancer. You get cancer, that's expensive. So he sold the restaurant to the Greeks, and they did a very good job. Man, the food was awesome.
That's Italian.
Huh?
That is Italian food.
No, Greeks. Greek food. Greek food is good. We had a John. There was a in Virginia. There was this Greek Orthodox church. All right, and once a year they have what they call Food Fest or Food Festival. You tell them, they'll ask you, have you ever tried it? No, I have never tried it. And they'll give you a sample, which is a good size sample. Me and my friend did this. So this when I was in the Navy in Norfolk, Virginia. And we walked we walked around for 3 hours eating samples. The samples were, that's all you gotta say. They said, you ever had this before? No. Oh, honey, come here. Let me give you some. Let me give you some.
And until you already
We
full
were
of
full.
samples.
We were full. We sat around. We watched the dance. The Greek folk dances and stuff like that. The Greeks got a very interesting
Free
history.
taste.
Right. Sample. That's what we call samples.
Samples. Yeah.
Yep.
There's this samples. Free taste.
Yeah, I was a shitty human being walking around eating free food. Oh, you're right, John. Yeah, you're right. There is no John. That's why I laugh when someone says, "Well, I'll come to the Philippines and work." Tell me how that works out for you. Okay, there's very few jobs, and unfortunately, what happens here, and I've seen it happen so many times. Say I'm a Filipino. Okay, me and Miles open up this business. We're doing pretty good. You have a nephew that comes to you looking for a job. It's not qualified. Not qualified. Keyword, not qualified. And then you have somebody come to you is like every business's wet dream. Okay, very very qualified. Who do you think they're going to hire? They're going to hire that nephew. And the nephew usually doesn't do anything. And they look at it that way. They hire family before they hire anybody else. But you're right about that. A lot of them, like I said, there's everybody but that the farmers, okay, and they're not rich, okay, but they're they're living their life. Yeah, Indians are there. Yeah, Indians under 7-Elevens. Yeah, yeah. Greece got good food there, John. I don't know. They got some good food. Good food. You would like. I think you would like good food. I think you would.
Yeah, you're right, John.
Yeah, John, you're right. I don't understand
4 years degree, good placing personality, and fluent in English, and they also look for the height if you
Hey, John, you ever notice though? You don't, well, unless they're like a management who have been there for you for a very long time, you don't see that many old people working in like fast food places. Matter of fact, no, I haven't. It's always young people. And what gets me, John, when you walk in there like McDonald's, and it's always a sit. I've been to a couple of McDonald's here. Off to the left hand side, you'll see a group of them in a circle, all with their phones out. You know, and you're like, you got time to do that?
you can find them. Yeah, 4 years 4 years degree, you can still find them in the food chain working in there.
Yeah, eating a restaurant, working in.
Four years 4 years course is not.
And I don't know if you ever noticed, John, they have a lot of people here with teachers degrees, all right, but they ain't working a thing. Well, I know a few of them. Matter of fact, I know a few live around here. They start teaching and they say, I ain't doing no, and they quit. They say it is not worth it.
In other words, Philippines lack of job.
Yeah, no, everybody, yeah. And it's sad because I mean, Filipino people are very hard workers. They're the type of people, if they start something, they'll I mean, unless it's like a massive job, like common sense, let's throw that in there. But if they're working on something, they'll keep on working on it until it's done. You know? I noticed that. They're not lazy people. They're not. They don't stress stuff out. And I think that's why people get like, oh, they're so lazy because why? Why are they lazy? Well, he's not worried about this, not worried about that. That has nothing to do with it. They just don't stress things out. You know? They'll do the best they can. They do the best they can. And some of them will come up with stuff you're like, wow, I didn't even think of that. Well, it's just you know, here in the Philippines, there's two classes of people. Okay, you got your very rich, and then you got your poor. I don't think there's a middle class here. You know, I don't think there's a middle class here. And what do they consider rich here? What they okay? If you had a pile of people's bank statements, okay, and you could look at that, and if you saw what peso amount would you see that you say this person's rich?
I don't know.
You don't know. I think the Philippine people are rich in life. You know,
Being rich is not it's not because you have money in a bank.
then what is it?
What I know is you know how to run your daily life, their daily.
Oh yeah, they're rich in life. I understand what you mean there. I mean, rich is not a dollar. They're rich.
Yeah.
They're rich in life.
Mhm.
You know, they're like, no matter what is thrown at them, they smile. They always smile.
For me, I don't like to become rich. It's more.
At our age, it's nice to have. At our age, it's nice to have a padding. Padding means money, you know, because things come up. we can't go out and work, you know. It's nice to have some money. But if you do have money, you keep it a secret. You don't tell nobody, right? You don't say nothing to nobody. Are you rich? Oh hell no, I ain't rich. I'm poor. I'm broke. You don't let nobody know, right? You ain't gonna say nothing. She gave the nod.
Yes, you're right.
I'm gonna say,
But
oh yeah, you did. You got that right.
mm,
That you'll see when you go from like Badak or like a small town like Badak, and you're so used to your spending here, okay? But then when you go to Manila, you're like, whoa, cost of living's a lot higher. Just like any city in the world, man. I mean, cost of living's a lot higher.
but big different life situation between the city and the province. I mean, province is much better than
Well, it depends. It depends on the person. Some people would rather live in Manila because everything's there for them.
Mhm.
And some people are like, I don't want nothing to do with that. And they want to live out in like Badak, right?
Manila. I like living in the province.
I mean, living here does have its pros and cons. The pros, everybody here is great. You know, the prices for food and everything is reasonable, with the exception of the electricity. But you can't do anything with that about
The
that.
the same thing. Electricity also in the city is high also.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Its cons, there's nothing major here. I mean, as far as the town, okay, there's nothing, no major department stores, which people say, oh, that's a plus. There isn't no, I mean, the most biggest thing here is the 7-Eleven. I mean, as far as chain, it's 7-Eleven, you know, on the highway. And some people don't like that. Some people rather be able to go to the mall whenever they feel like going to the mall. You can go to the mall here, it's what, 45-minute bus ride? The mall?
Yeah,
It's about what, about 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 to 45-minute bus,
45.
yeah, bus ride. And people, some people don't want to do that, you know? Oh yeah, John, you're right. You're right. But what I hear is some parts of the Philippines, you don't want to go there. You know,
Mm.
you don't want to go. Let's be honest, John. Let's be honest. There's certain parts, and I'm not talking about the Mindanao and certain areas of Mindanao. There's areas in Manila that you don't want to go. You know, what I mean, just like in okay, Philadelphia. All right, there's certain parts in Philadelphia you don't want to go. All right, so let's be real about this. All right, there's people tell me there's certain places in the Locos Norte, which is a province that we live in, you don't want to go. You know, nothing's perfect, but that's when you got to do that's when you got to do your research and not don't depend on somebody else to give you the answers. You know, you got to find out for yourself. Yeah, those areas here, you don't. I'm not talking about. I mean, for the longest time, the road on the side of the church, everybody was telling me, "Oh, you don't want to go down there. You don't want to go down there." And then one day I went down there and I was like, "What the hell are they talking about?" And it was fine. You know, a lot of it's just rumors and stuff like that. But you got to do your research. No matter where you go, you got to do your research. Oh, that's true. That's true. I mean, if you got a nice house, and I mean, even if you're renting an apartment somewhere, as long as you can maintain yourself and your diet and everything with your food, you'll be fine. Yeah, you're right. Like I said, Mary, there's areas here that Everybody always says Menendau, Menendau, Menendau. No, that's not. Yeah, there's places in Menendau that you don't want to go, but there's also places in Manila. There's also places here in Ilocos Norte you don't want to go. You know, let's be real. Let's be honest. You know, let's not sugarcoat it. There's areas all over the world that you're like, oh, I ain't going in there. You know. Which one you talking about? What's her Leticia, right?
Lakeisha.
Lakeisha. That is Miles's granddaughter.
Well, the company.
Yesterday's video. When these guys were doing laundry and everything. That who you're talking about? Yeah, that was Lakeisha.
Yeah, the little girl.
Are you talking about the one
her
yesterday
own
on the,
clothes.
she was funny. Or are you talking about the one this morning that I uploaded? That was Miles.
Here.
When we were sitting down eating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Mary, there's areas you just don't want to go to. You know what I always do, even when I was in the States, if I was somewhere and I was getting a bad feeling from it, I'd leave. Next to the bucket.
Lakeisha.
That was a kid. That's Miles' granddaughter.
My granddaughter.
She's gonna be a handful when she gets older. I'll tell you right
That is
now.
only 1 year old, 8 months. John.
She's 20
Yeah.
months. 20 months old.
Yeah.
What about? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Most of it is, but like I said, Calzone, you gotta be honest, man. Okay, there's areas here that aren't very good,
It depends how you deal with people around you.
and also if you go somewhere, no matter where you are, if you go disrespecting or
Yeah.
acting stupid or
Mhm.
being inappropriate,
Mhm.
that ain't gonna be a good place for you to be
Mhm.
because they don't like that here. You know, they're starting to open their eyes to some of these predators, I guess you would call them. They're starting to open their eyes to it, and they don't like it. They don't like it at all. And the Philippine government's reacting from that. You know,
Yeah.
3 weeks. Where would you go? Where would you go for 3 weeks in the Philippines?
I don't know. It depends what you want.
Yeah, it all depends on what you want. DC, it
You
all
wanna
depends on what
go.
you want to do. Man. If you're going there for
3 weeks only, that's fine.
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. You stay in Manila.
Well, in Manila, no, I wouldn't stay.
Or you stay in Bora.
Well, what you could do is if you're anywhere that's like in areas like Angeles City or Cebu or areas like that, you go to that area and you spend a couple of days there, you know, just to see if you can get a feel for it,
Yeah.
you know.
And then transfer to other place again.
Yeah, just
Explore.
see. I think they see a lot of guys, man. They watch these bloggers. It's somewhat they're spot on, okay. They're there because they like the area they're in. They like it, okay. But you might go to that same area and say, "Oh, this place is a shithole. I don't want to be here." You know what I mean? That it's all the person. I mean, when I got in the first time I was in Manila and I stayed at the Nobu.
Mhm.
Okay, the service there was great. I kept on asking, "Where could I go?" And the girl was like, "So you don't want to
You don't wanna go
you don't want to go." I said, "Where can I walk?" And she says, "Oh no, you don't want to walk."
Otherwise, you get robbed
Yeah,
if you're alone.
yeah, no, I wasn't. Miles wasn't. Me and Miles hasn't come in yet from Hong Kong. You know, you, you figure, okay, I want to go to Angeles City. I want to go to Cebu. I want to go to Dumaguete, and you spend a couple of days in each spot, and then you get the feel for it. Yeah, Mary, you're right.
Yeah.
You know, and you can find out the crime rates. You know what kind of crime rates happen,
Yeah.
what crime rates happen against foreigners, and you know. But you got to do your research too. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't, and they rely on bloggers. And then when they get here, like I said, they go, "Oh, this is a shit. Why am I here?" You know, is that true?
I don't know. I haven't been there.
Never been
I've
there.
never been there.
Oh yeah, same for here. But that, I mean, people are out there. How many times? Was it once a week? But they do the sweeping.
Yeah.
Once a week, they're out there sweeping the streets. You know, there's a lot of community pride here. You know, and I think the last mayor had a lot to do with that.
Oh, you are right, Carlson. I'm right. I want to visit Baguio also
Was that
from the south.
it's in
Baguio,
everything's south of us?
Baguio City.
Was it in the mountains or is it?
Yeah, so the cooler, the capital, winter capital of Philippines.
Oh, oh yeah, you told me.
Mm.
Is that where
Igu Road.
you told me? Is that where the summer palace is for the president? No. Where's that at?
It's from the sa region.
I don't know. I don't know. That's why.
Cordillera region.
They
It
say
means those people there are living in high mountain.
yeah. Somebody was telling me that the Marcos house in Bataan, Marcos's
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
the museum, that he spent more time there than he did in Manila when he was president. Is that true, or you don't know?
No, he stayed in Manila.
Oh, somebody was telling me that he spent more time there than he did in his own
Just
in the palace.
no. Yes, of course. Delicious. Ay buko pie.
Really? It's a it's another, it's kind of like Tita, it's like a dry town. Dry towns are towns that no alcohol. You can't buy it, you can't drink it. Well, I'm pretty sure you can drink it if in your house. What are they gonna do? But yes, dry town. So that's a tobacco dry town or smoking dry town where there is no smoking.
They will, but there will be a designated area to do it, to smoke.
True? Is that true, Dabo?
I don't know
John, I've
nothing
never been there.
about the South because I never been there.
Yeah. Why didn't you? What did you do as a child? You worked, right? Worked at
Just
school and worked in the field.
it's just because you're a child, you go everywhere. No, during my time is going here and there is not my thing.
When I saw,
I do
when
my
I-
work. That's my
when I was-
priority.
when I was growing up, you know, as far as I went, the Jersey Shore, Wildwood, New York, Wildwood, New Jersey, and Ocean City. That wasn't in Jersey, but Ocean City. So I got no.
Going anywhere was not my priority before. I do my work every day is my priority.
I could deal with that, Tia. I could deal with the heat during the day, but when I'm sleeping at night, I can't stand the heat.
Yeah, I want to experience also the Baguio City.
You see?
Roderick said, "You can go, auntie. You can go today, and then you come back tomorrow night."
How far is it from here?
I think it's more closer to Bigan. Maybe it's 7 hours. So, 6 to 7 hours from here to there.
Okay, what, south?
Mm-mm. Mm.
Okay, 150 miles north of Manila.
Yeah.
I don't know how far we are from. Hold on a second. I'm gonna map quest this. Curiosity. Where's the maps? Here we go. We are 5.5 hours
From
from Baguio.
to here.
Yes.
So that, just
Yeah,
like
it is
that,
right here.
Roderick said, is if you have your own private car, private transportation, you can consume only less than 7 hours. The 6 hours. It depends the traffic. It depends the traffic again.
Hey, you go through Vegan, Santa. See, the problem why things take so long is because the highway speed. I think it's 80 kilometers an hour on the Philippine highway. That's what, 40 miles an hour? That's, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that, Mindanao.
Yeah.
But Tita, sorry, Tita, they say not all Mindanao is like that, man. It's just one area.
It's some part of Mindanao. Not the entire Mindanao. There are
Yeah,
some part of
they got the red
very,
zones.
very, very, very dangerous to go there.
Yeah, they got the red zone. Okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about that, Anthony. I have. No, no, no. I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Did you like it? No, did you like it? You went there, you didn't get me a T-shirt? That is rude. I'm just joking. Yeah, I understand. It's like I said, I'm it, and I know something, Tita, you'll get these, oh, it's not that bad. So, okay. And you just still don't go. You know, if someone tells you don't go there, you don't go there.
Especially
You know?
those really Muslim or Muslim, those people there.
What are you trying to say? Never mind. Never mind. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, but you didn't get me a T-shirt, though.
No. I want to go. I really want to go there, go to Baguio. I mean,
Hey, is it expensive there, though? Like how much is a hotel room? I would like, it'd be nice if we could find a place, if we went there to find a place like the Yellow House. How they have that set up where they got the, you can, they got the rooms to rent and then they have a restaurant. Like, I like that kind of setup.
There are also transient there. You could.
That's the same, I don't want to cook, I don't want to do no damn cooking.
There are hotels.
You're there to relax,
There
not to
are
cook.
there are hotels there with
I know kitchenettes, we call them kitchenettes.
the restaurants. Yeah.
No, the kitchenette is where it's like a room, but it's got like a small kitchen where you can cook. Maybe a microwave oven so I can heat up some popcorn, but cook or heat up something we got on the street. It was really good, so I got more of it and I eat it up later. But cooking,
Restaurants, hotel with restaurants.
yeah, they're all over the place though. Philadelphia's got some places I wouldn't even take my dog there. I'm being honest with you, you know. There's areas in South Philadelphia which is primary Italians. I wouldn't go. Some areas I wouldn't go in there, you know. And I grew up in that area.
Yes. Can be expensive.
Well,
can
yeah,
be
it
cheap.
depends on where you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like anything else. Yeah, Anthony, a bed and breakfast, man, where you can just go there. They don't call bed and breakfast here, though. They call what they call them? What would they call? What category would you put the Yellow House in?
Mhm.
Hostile?
It might be.
Yeah, they don't use that term bed. I know exactly what you're talking about, Anthony. They don't use the bed and breakfast term here. At least I haven't heard it. Yeah. You just gotta know where to go.
Yeah,
Everybody says,
that island, especially that island Siargao, they said
I-
it's good.
I don't know. With the last time that some of the people in that area started stirring the pot and the Philippine Marines went in there, I think that kind of taught them a lesson for a while, you know. But who knows, you know? Who knows? Oh yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course, you know. But like I said, I don't want to go there and then expect Miles to be cooking. Screw that. I'm sorry. No, it ain't happening. You know, it ain't happening. Well, Miles would know it's well, everything's expensive. That's expensive. Miles, it's 100 pesos. Relax.
You can see also what you're going to
They're very funny.
expensive or
Okay, let me say this much, and Florence will probably might agree with me, and Mary and Tita. The Philippine woman is very financial conscious. You know what I'm saying? They always think about the bottom line as far as what something costs.
Mhm.
You know, they're more financially responsible. I have noticed that. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tita, yeah. 100 USD. That'd be like that's expensive. $100 a night. That's expensive. That's what you
That
can
is
say.
that is 100 is already expensive. You know the how much? 5,000. That is 5,000. It's only one night. Wow, looks expensive. I go to
So
the
what do you say? What are you saying? If we go there, bring a tent so we have somewhere to sleep,
yeah. If they have the
or,
if they,
or
if they
extra
have the
blankets.
if they have the area of camping area, the like camping area, you bring your own tent and you sleep there.
Do you know? Hey, Del, you know the Philippine has camping areas here. Was it KIA or KIA? You know, it's kind of like under that umbrella. There is camping areas. I didn't think there would be. And there's people driving around in RVs, RVs. They're not as big as like you see in the States, by all means, okay? But they have RVs.
Yeah.
You know? And they have what do you want to call it, van life? They have a van life here. People live in, they have vans, they fix them up for campers. They have people like that in here. Which that thing really surprised me. Because a Filipino could make something out of nothing at all, as far as to survive and somewhere to live. That didn't. I told we were talking one time, and I told you, I said, if they bring modular homes here or trailers, okay, trailer homes, I think it would take off here. I think it would take off here. Everything's already set up. All you got to do is electricity, plug it into the public power. I think it would take off here. You don't think so? Well, you ain't got to build nothing. Just pay something. They bring it to your land and drop it, and you live in it. What? I think it would take off. Well, cousin, we're not. We eat very simple here, which is fine.
I can live with that simple food.
But I know Miles can. I mean, yeah, I like my hamburgers every once. I like a pizza every once in a while. But being here, it's changed my whole way of thinking as far as food. I don't need steak. I don't need that plate that weighs 10 pounds with with all the food on it. I don't need all that anymore. What? Yeah, I've seen it.
What?
Yeah, I know that. That's what I told her. I said, prices here. Hey, Dell, when's the last time you went to McDonald's for you in Florence, and how much did it cost you? I'm saying McDonald's. I'm just saying fast food because they say the prices are the prices are going up and the portion size are getting smaller.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's not bad. 25
That
bucks.
is reasonable.
Now, is it like you're afraid to go to sleep that night because, or you're afraid to go to sleep and have your mouth open? I've been to places like that in the States. It's like, oh, okay. You're laying on the bed, and all of a sudden you look at the ceiling, you see a roach go across the ceiling. You're like, oh man, no. That's that 25 bucks a night. That's not bad. Now I don't know how much it costs in vegan. People have told me vegan's very expensive. Vegan, very expensive. I don't know. I don't know. They got trailers in Oklahoma and places like that, in Kansas. It's a lot of tornadoes to kick up there, They have Airbnbs in the Philippines. I don't think they have that. It's like a house you rent for 1 or 2, 3 days.
That is transient.
Who?
That is transient, huh? No?
Transit?
Transient.
Yeah.
Transient house that you can stay there, you can cook there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it is. You rent somebody's house for so many days, a week, 2, 3 days. Yeah, John, that's why I know a lot of people that were like, all in and those fast food places. They say, I don't go to them places anymore. They're too expensive. Yeah, of course. You want something better, it's going to cost.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you. That's crazy, man. $30.
700.
$700 for 4 days.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. No, no, she's talking about in Kentucky, not here.
Yeah, I know, but that is already,
That's expensive.
yeah. It's cheap.
That's
20
that's
per night.
that's good. $20 a
Yeah.
night in Bangkok. That's good, man. You couldn't ask for anything better. But
Mm-mm.
also, she said because they're staying there for a
For a
long
month,
time, so
yeah.
kind of, you know,
There is a little bit discounted there.
that's cool. Hey, when we came, remember the time we came here when we come to look at this house?
Mm-mm.
We stayed at that one resort.
Mm-mm.
How much did that cost?
Two four. 2,400 per night.
2,400 per night.
Mm-mm.
Is that good?
And we
Is
stayed there
that
for two nights.
is that expensive?
That's that's okay. That is okay because everything is there already.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. And the food wasn't bad either.
Yeah, you ate Korean food.
Airbnb's big in Asia. Condo Airbnbs. I have to check that out, man. I'm ignorant. Okay, I'm learning from you guys. Yeah, I didn't think that Airbnbs. I'm so Americanized, you know. The great country of America. Everything's in the United States, and nobody else has anything anywhere else.
Mm.
I didn't think that. I know they have. Okay, I know they have hostels and stuff like that, but I didn't know they had Airbnb. You know, they have Airbnbs in China, Miles, and in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I have, but not yeah, have,
They have.
but it's too small.
You know, that'll be a great way when you come here visit for a couple of weeks to see where you want to live. That's probably the best way to find out about that area because if that area has any problems, that Airbnb was showing. In other words, like water pressure means a lot to people. Okay, like water pressure, the internet service, electrical service. Now, I mean, 3 4 days might not be long enough because you might have good electricity for that 4 days, and then the day you leave and you're no longer there, the power goes out, so you don't know. But I think that's one of the best ways to find out about it. I don't. That's just my opinion. You know, you go to an Airbnb, which is a house or an apartment or a condo, and you get a feel. And even if you're thinking about buying a condo, but you find out there's an Airbnb in that condo, rent that Airbnb just to see what that condo is like. You know, is it a shithole from hell or is it very maintained? Because I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm not. Real estate agents are saying, okay, they'll tell you whatever you want to hear. So they ain't gonna tell you the bad side of it. They'll tell you the good side of it. So I think that'd be awesome.
Mhm.
Airbnb, you go. I want to go to Angeles City. I'll get it. There's a lot of condos in that area. Okay, there might be a Airbnb there. You know,
Yep.
what's up? That's just my way of thinking, man. I might be wrong, but that's just my way of thinking. Tita, how much were they asking for the Airbnb here in Badak, if you don't mind me asking? I know you didn't stay there. Yeah. Well, you know, Dal, man, it's some people think they're worth more. I'm talking about the properties for Airbnb. They think the property's worth more than it really is as far as renting it out for an Airbnb. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Anthony's got the right idea. You know, the brownouts, how often. But it's, Anthony, it seems it's kind of weird. Is that you won't have a brownout for months. Okay, then all of a sudden they have a scheduled shutdown where there is no power to brownout. Okay, a scheduled brownout. All right, because they're doing upgrades or they're fixing something. Then all of a sudden, after that day with the scheduled brownout, you'll have times where your power shut off by half hour, an hour. For the first week or two after they fix something, and then it goes away. So here in Badak, we really don't have that many brownouts. I'm gonna be honest. Water pressure, that's a different story. All right, but brownouts, it's not as much as people like to say it is. But like I say, when they have a scheduled brownout, and after the first like 2 weeks after that scheduled brownout, you get brownouts like 30 minutes. I'm not saying every day, but more than you did before the scheduled brownout. And it's like, leave it alone. It ain't broken. Leave it alone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying, John. You see, you know, not that you're going to do what you think they're going to do, but you just want, like, when they stay at like hotels or motels, and how much it costs. Someone will tell you how much it costs, and you get to see how clean it is. Yeah, yeah, I get that. Now, man, are you talking about dollars? Oh, that ain't pesos. 500 pesos a month? No. Yeah, I don't know. Would you really you think that 500 pesos a month, $500 a month for an Airbnb? I don't know if that's bad or not. What's the average? When somebody rents property out here, what's the average price? Okay, how much would she with Grace? How much the lady next across the street charging?
Just before it's 6,000.
6,000 a month?
Yeah. Now is
Well,
the, the previous renter is 12,500.
that's no, never mind. I don't want to say anything. If you ain't got nothing to say don't say anything at all. Or at least try not to say anything at all. That's no, I wouldn't pay that much for that place. That place is a lot smaller than this house.
It's good for couple.
Maybe two people, but that's it.
Couple.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't even do that because remember they told us it has a lot of mice and rats in there. It's like, and that's one of the reasons why the Mormons, yeah, there were Mormons left there because of that. Yeah, she's talking about Airbnb. I didn't know there was Airbnbs here. Maybe that's what you do. If I have to go back to the States for a long period of time and you want to go to Lassam, you should Airbnb this place. Instead of, well, you have money coming in every month. Like Dow, he came here and did our Airbnb. We charge him what, 20,000 a week? I think that's fair. That's a good idea. I wouldn't rent it out for permanent residents.
Yeah, before I move here, there will uh, um, businessman
Now,
who rent this.
now, Tita, these Airbnbs in Badak, did they have aircon? That's got to be a big selling point. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. Now, a lot of people, Anthony, a lot of people here are going with solos, but the problem with that is, okay, is where they're getting these solar panels from, and that these solar panels are faulty. That's the problem. Now they do have windmills here, right?
Windmill.
Yeah, they have windmills. They have solar farms.
Mm.
Matter of fact, the Locos Norte, no, is it a Locos Norte?
Locos.
Has a big solar farm or a wind farm?
Locos
come-
Norte.
No, here in Locos Norte, they have a big, what is it, wind or solar?
Not sure where is that solar.
Yeah, I know that. Is it wind?
It's a solar panel.
Yeah, yeah. See, I don't understand is, Batak is basically a coast on the coast, and everybody knows it's pretty windy by the shore, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
Why don't they have windmills or wind farm near the beach or near?
They have the windmill
They do have them,
in Bangi.
Bungie.
Mm.
But yeah, but a lot of people I notice they have solar, but that's people with money. Okay, your average Filipino can't afford solar power, but a lot of your people that have money, they have solar. And I could see the way they use electricity here. I think it'd be a good idea. They don't use electricity like they do in other countries like the States. Okay, they don't have central air. You know, they use electricity very wisely.
Mhm.
They they think about they think about it before they plug it in, right? Do I really need this fan? Do I really
Yes,
need
if you're
that?
if not needed, why you plug in?
What I mean is, like in the States, you won't think so. You will not think about, okay, say you got your, and I've seen it happen. You have your central air system on,
Yes.
like it's air conditioning
Uh-huh.
the whole house. They won't even think about opening up a window. You know what I mean? I've seen it happen. You're like, dude, you got to, yeah, but it stinks in here. Then turn off your air. And that air conditioner is, because the thermostat's right by that window, so the hot air is being blown in, and they got, the air con's blowing full, trying to cool that house down, while they got hot air hitting it. I've seen that happen. The more electricity constants here. They think about it before they plug it in and use it.
Mhm.
They don't have 4 or 5, they don't have 2 or 3 TVs. They have one TV. That's it. You know? Yeah, that's what I heard about Bangkok, man. I'm still trying to figure out, and I'm not, it is what it is, but like other countries in Southeast Asia are so up to date as far as internet and electricity. And why is the Philippines so far behind? You know, I don't understand that. Is it just the companies are too greedy to modernize their whatever they have, whatever their business is, as far as electricity, internet, whatever like that? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But the rest of Southeast Asia, Vietnam, war-torn country, look, they're more advanced than the Philippines is, and I just don't understand why. Believe me, the people of the Philippines are more than willing to have their stuff upgraded. More than willing. Yes, I am. I'm greedy as hell, man. I'm greedy as hell. But you know why, Joe? I know that
Darren, special price for you.
I know what he's talking about. No, I wouldn't charge no 20,000 pesos. But people don't understand that when they come here. All right. And they're not working, okay, unless they have money, they had enough money to invest, and they got this income coming in, this crazy amounts of money. The average person comes here on Social Security, and they got to learn, okay, I have no safety net here, and I have to learn to control myself, you know? But you also have to have a partner that's on the same page, right? Because stealing from Peter to pay Paul doesn't work in the Philippines, especially for foreigners. It does not work. You can't go around borrowing money because you don't know something. You gotta return that money, and if you don't return it, you ain't gonna have no friends. You know, you ain't gonna have no, everybody's gonna avoid you. This guy borrows money and doesn't pay it back. I don't want nothing to do with him. Yeah, you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, Anthony. I'm not. But like I said, a lot of them, they get these solar panels and they fail. You know,
Look at that one house in there.
with the
They,
roof.
yeah,
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 that's
they
solar.
have 10 solar top panels on top of their roof,
Yeah.
and they are using it.
Now, I could see that working if you live your traditional Philippine way. Like I said, they're very electricity conscious. They think about things before they act, like plugging a fan in or turning that air con on. I mean, there's people here that, like guys, people live in Hawaii or the States and they come back to the Philippines, they learn real quick. They'll only run their air con from what, 12 o'clock until 4 o'clock, and then they shut it down. They're very, like I said, they're very electricity conscious here. They don't waste it. They don't waste it because they know it's very expensive. To the average person here, electricity is very expensive. Yeah. She's talking about Airbnbs. It means. Yeah, you're right. That's what I've talked to other Filipinos, and they just like, I was like when we had no internet for 2 weeks, all right? And I asked him, he says, because they don't care. It's all about the bottom line with them.
Mhm.
But he also turned around and says, see what happens if you don't pay your internet bill. See what happens then, you know? Yeah, hey, Johnny, I agree with you, but I don't want to talk about that, okay? I don't want to talk about that. There's a lot going on here. What you just said, a lot going on here. And there's a lot of people that are pissed off, okay? But I feel as being a foreigner, a visitor, it's territory I don't want to tread into, okay? All right, though, you and Florence have a wonderful rest tonight, and you be good. You be good, okay, man? And I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you. And
Thank
good
you,
night,
Del, man. I
Darren
appreciate
and
you, man. You know,
Florence.
Del was all right for a guy being from Texas. You know that? I heard about them Texans. Texas people are great, man. Awesome. Very hospitable.
Dallas or San Antonio?
I forget. Yeah, I like people. I had nothing but good events, things that happened
Mhm.
when I was in one, like my truck broke down in Dallas on, what highway was it? Middle of nowhere. And a guy drove by on a pickup truck, and I was like, and he stopped, man. And he says, "Are you all right?" And he goes, "When are you going to have somebody come out?" And I said, "I don't know." And he says, "Well, I could take you down and let you get something to eat." He goes, "Don't worry about your truck. There ain't nothing here. Nobody gonna mess with it." Took me down to a restaurant. I mean, it was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. But he didn't have to do that. He did not have to do that. He could have kept on like everybody else in every other state, kept on driving past me, wave for this. Yeah, Texas people are great people, man. They're great people. That's one of the states. If I ever had to move back for some reason, that's one of the states I would look at. Texas.
Texas.
Yeah. Because you can either live in the city, you can live out in, like here, a small town.
Mhm.
Texas is big. Texas is big. And all right, Anthony.
Memphis, Texas.
Memphis. That's Tennessee.
Tennessee.
There might be a Memphis, Texas. Who knows?
I just only know that Tennessee has the
Memphis.
Memphis.
A lot of people don't like Tennessee.
Yes, Memphis, Texas.
So you ready to cut out of here? It's been 2 hours. We're
Yeah.
past our limit. All right, man. We're gonna go ahead and get off here. And we do appreciate you being here. I really do, Mr. Anthony, Mayor, John. I've been told I shouldn't name names. Daryl and Florence, good people. Mayor, Tita. Tita Marie,
Kuya John,
Koya John, yeah, Mr. John, the British expat,
Alison.
Calzone.
Yeah.
Yeah, people say, hey, dude, you shouldn't name names because you forget one, it hurts people's feelings. Which it's understandable. All right, man, we're gonna cut out. We have another live on Friday.
Yeah,
So Friday.
Friday.
Bring your snacks, but make sure you bring enough for everybody. Don't be selfish. Isn't that right, Mayor? All right, man. We'll talk to you all later.
Bye.
Bye bye.